absolutely do have a policy about writing political things on cups. Want to know why I know that and why I'm so pissed off? Because I worked there for 2 years!
Yeah, I had to double back on the lefties losing it because I listen, there were so many different clips out there. So many. So, I had to double back. We had to get the double whammy, the back-to-back. So anyway, let's continue on.
Literally, yes. This is exactly my point. I do not want to work. That sounds horrible. I'm just a pretty girl and I deserve to stay at home. But how's work for you today? How's that going? Do you love it? No one likes it.
I want money, but I don't want a job. Yeah, that about sums up the left right there. Okay. Well, I guess I was going to suggest they could go protest since the left is paying people to protest, but I guess technically that's kind of a job, so maybe they don't even want to do that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, anyway.
As I said the other day, if you want this god-darn civil war, bring it. Because there's more of us than there are Trump supporters. You know what? We all lose if we do a civil war. We all lose family members. We all lose friends. Not just us Trump supporters. It's all of us. Every last goddamn one of us. So if you want your little civil war, start it. As I said the other...
So much I can say about that clip right there, but I'm just going to let y'all talk about it in the comments, all right? They're asking for that now on the left? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I don't think that's going to end the way that he expects, and hopefully it never gets to that point. It's crazy talk, man.
Here's why we need to stick together and overthrow this government together. All right, y'all know how people feel about Charlie Kirk's death. Okay, now you guys know how some of us feel about Melissa Fortman's death. If we can't understand each other's morals and each other's beliefs, can we at least understand that one person died on your side and that's bad, and one person died on our side and that's bad? And now if we're going to talk about killers, both of these killers were right-wing extremists, but we're not going to focus on that, right? We're going to focus on the fact that 2 people died and they're political violence, right? We don't want political violence, right? Okay, so here's what we should do. We need to band together. We need to overthrow the government, because if we keep letting them do this shit, y'all are next too. I'm talking to you conservatives. Like, y'all think you're safe and you're not. Your white privilege only helps you to not get attacked by police and shit like that, but it doesn't help you get richer. We're all screwed. So band together.
More white people died due to police officers than black people or anything else. So what are we talking about here? And second thing, they weren't right-wing extremists. And 2, yes, the Melissa situation was tragic. It was terrible. Actually, I made a video on it. And literally the day before, or a couple days before, shortly before her passing, she had voted against a Democrat agenda. And then she was pine boxed. So I don't think that's any coincidence. Why would a conservative go after a Democrat who actually just voted in favor with conservatives? Like, that just absolutely makes no sense. But also on top of that, and who pointed this out? I can't remember who pointed this out. But the other thing, maybe it was Greg Gutfeld. But here's the thing: we weren't demonizing Melissa or saying anything crazy. I didn't even know who she was. No disrespect. God rest her soul. But I had no clue who she even was. You know what I mean? So like us on the right, we weren't demonizing her, calling her a Nazi and blah, blah, blah. Riling up folks to get them angry at her and dehumanizing her. This was just one guy who was absolutely deranged and did an absolutely terrible thing that we all denounce here on the right. Absolutely disgusting. We don't stand by it. Anybody who does anything like that, you are not one with us. You are not a part of us. We don't want anything to do with you. Okay, so accusing us of committing that is just absolutely crazy to me. Absolutely crazy talk. We don't rejoice in the death of anyone. Okay, even if we see an individual as an enemy, which Melissa was not that, but the Bible tells us you don't rejoice even when your enemy stumbles, or let your heart be happy when your enemy falls. It's not something that we do. But anyway, carry on.
When you really think about this, we literally just asked people to not be racist. We asked people to not say the R word anymore. We asked men not to rape women anymore. That's literally it. And in response, they decided they would burn the Constitution to the ground, take away every single protective right that we have, literally allow free speech to crumble and slip between our fingertips, literally because we said, do you guys mind if you don't call gay people the F word anymore? And in return, they destroyed the country, and we're the snowflakes.
No, you're the liars. You're the liars. We destroyed free speech? Really? How do we do that? Was it when we hit up social media and told them to censor or ban certain people who were saying things that we didn't like? Oh, wait, I forgot. That was the Biden administration that did that. I'm sorry. Was it when we pine boxed someone for saying things that we didn't like in front of hundreds of people, including their wife and kids? Oh, no, I forgot. That was Democrats too. Like what situation, what are you speaking about when you say we destroyed freedom of speech? Because last time I checked, you guys are all still on the internet spewing your nonsense. But that's freedom of speech, ain't it? If you didn't have freedom of speech, you guys would all be banned, wouldn't you? None of the left's talking points make any type of sense, but carry on.
When did racism just become normal? I thought you guys were also taught growing up empathy in school. Do we not remember the days where we all hold hands for like the freaking banners where we're all in this together? Why is everyone so racist now? What happened? What's going on? What?
I'm confused. I'm just absolutely lost in the sauce with that. I don't even have a reply to that one. You know what I mean? We just gonna let that one slide on by.
My daughter says, I'm a girl. I say, yes, you identify as a girl. And when she says, we're girls, I say, yeah, we identify as female. And then when she says, is daddy a boy? I say, yeah, daddy chooses to identify as a boy. And she was like, could he ever be a girl? And I was like, well, if he ever wanted to identify as a girl, he could, etc., etc. When my daughter's
My goodness, bro. Really? Oh, my goodness, man. My goodness. It's a crazy world we live in.
With everything that is going on in this country right now, with all that us Democrats are putting up with and trying to deal with, you Democrats in power vote for a resolution for Charlie Kirk. A gut punch, a kick in the head at the worst. I hate this timeline. Oh my God. I have never been this angry at the Democratic Party, ever. fuck everything.
You know, nah. I have an interesting thing. I'm gonna do some more research. I may make an entire video on something that a very, very interesting idea, to say the least. But anyway, yeah, the Democrat Party is gonna have to split apart. They're gonna have to split apart because the far left, which is what you're seeing in this video, these type of folks will never win a national election. And Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and those types of folks who have been there, done that. Not saying that I like them, because they're annoying AF too. They understand it. They realize it. They see what's coming. You know, and you even got like the Bill Myers, like starting to change up his tune. I think he sees it too, right? The Democrats aren't good. If you continue along this path, allowing the far left to continue driving the party further left, crying over honoring crying over honoring a huge political figure after his tragic death that happened in front of his wife and kids, it's just absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild. But that's the left for you. Like I said, man, the party's going to have to split. I don't see any other way that they'll ever get back to any semblance of power on a national stage.
So, those of you who do not protest, do not do the occupation at ICE detention centers and stuff like that, do you know what's going on? Do you know that the president himself has threatened to directly wipe us out, us Portland protesters? Like, wipe us out means he wants to kill us. And now he has designated us as a terrorist organization. How are we an organization? Like, we are literal random people who showed up to protect our communities. That's who we are. And now we're terrorists for standing on a sidewalk and saying some hilariously mean things to Nazis. So, yeah, like, this is bad. Are you people who are not on the street paying attention? Because they are going to kill your activist friends. Like, flat out kill us. And, as from what I'm seeing from the dialogue, y'all will blame us. So, I don't know what you expect to happen here, but they're not going to stop with us. Like, they're already deplatforming Jimmy. So...
They're already deplatforming Jimmy Kimmel. I know. Come on now. Goodness gracious. This stuff is just ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway.
We are living in a dictatorship. Another one of our constitutional rights has been violated yesterday, September 17th, when they took Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air. That makes 4 out of 5 First Amendment freedoms that have been violated. We already know how they feel about religion. If you aren't their ideal Christian, you're basically a horrible person. States are forcing schools to post the 10 Commandments in their classroom. They're forcing them to make the Bible part of the school's curriculum. Separation of church and state where? And then there's the right to peacefully assemble. Well, you can, but not without risk of being pew-pewed, arrested, or worse, kidnapped by officers who refuse to identify themselves. Freedom of the press. Certain news outlets are no longer allowed to attend White House press briefings, and their credentials have been taken away. I shouldn't have to remind you that this is how Mustache Man controlled Germany and how he got away with what he did.
I'm gonna let y'all cook on that one in the comments, all right? Go, hey, I'm gonna need y'all chef it up for me. Chef it up for me. Yeah, that's goodness gracious, man. You can't be serious.
Hey, MAGA, you wouldn't say that septum ring shit to my face.
Yeah. Goodness gracious, man. You just anyway, hope y'all got a little bit of a chuckle out of that, okay? Hope y'all got some good chuckles out of that. The delusion is just never ending. Never ending. It's just absolutely wild out here in these streets, man. But hey, y'all let me know what you thought about it in the comments, all right? Stay safe out here. Peace and love. I'm out.